Joining us on the Newsroom showdown tonight, Meghna Punch is an author. Madhu Kishwar is a social activist. They're on different sides of the Salman Khan debate. I want to go across to Meghna Punch first because several people have been outraged by what Salman Khan said and how he used rape as a metaphor for fatigue. There are some who think that the comment is exaggerated and that, it's being overhyped, overinterpreted because it's Salman. Which side of the fence are you on tonight?
I'm absolutely, Rahul, hurt by the statement that Salman Khan has made. I am angry. Salman Khan, it looks to me, does not understand two things. He does not understand the role that he plays in society. He's a role model for millions of people who are closely watching his actions, who are closely watching the things that he's saying. And statements like this that trivialize sexual violence against women, that trivialize the role of women in society today are absolutely condemnable. We cannot condone him for this. Secondly, I don't think Salman Khan is understanding the kind of epidemic that rape is in our country. He does not understand that sexual violence in our country is literally an epidemic. I mean, every 20 minutes, a woman in our country is raped. 33% of these women are under the age of 18 and there are 10% of them who are under the age of 14, and rape cases are just rising. There are little girls there as we speak who are getting raped, and you have on the other hand a Bollywood hero trivializing this matter.
Okay, you've set the stage for this debate. I have a lot more to talk about, but you're saying a Bollywood hero is trivializing this matter. Salman Khan, Madhu Kishwar needs to be cognizant of the role someone of his eminence plays in society, and therefore he can't casually talk about fatigue and link that with rape. It's simply not done. It's setting a bad example. Madhu Kishwar.
Rahul, I think you guys are hounding him for nothing and making a mountain out of a molehill. If I were him, I would never apologize. Hearing that, I was so moved. Here is a man describing what it is to be a Humane superhero in a humane manner. He's being honest and tells you how brutalizing it is on the body, and that the Humane that we see on screen in real life are so vulnerable. You could be cracking your bones, you could be, causing serious injuries. So
he can say all of that without using rape as a metaphor. Madhu Kishwar, he can say all of this. One second. I disagree with you strongly. When you hold the kind of position you do in society, he can't casually use rape as a metaphor. It's simply not done, Madhu Kishwar.
Am I supposed to? Don't try to browbeat me on this. Enough is enough. Don't do too much breast beating. You do protest too much. Let me explain. Every time I utter my words, I'm speaking to my family or in an interview, am I supposed to get everything approved by either the censor board or the Women's Commission? Do you know very well that such analogies are commonplace? Women use them all the time. Women use them all the time. Much fouler language. Urta Punjab had 1,000 abuses, ma ben ki filthy galis, per 5 minutes. And it was defended when the censor board
Okay, you've had your say. You've had your say. We have a lot to debate, but I want to bring Meghna in. Madhu Kishwar says, one second, I'm coming back to you. Madhu Kishwar, I'm coming back to you in a moment. Let's split time equally. Meghna Punch, Madhu Kishwar says women speak in the same fashion. Women also often in their personal conversations use these kind of metaphors, and therefore just because Salman Khan used this metaphor, you can't hold it against him. Too much is being made. She says we are hounding Salman Khan. Meghna.
I in fact beg to differ. I think we should be hounding him more. The man has not even had the decency to issue a public apology. Does he even know what it means like to be raped? Does he know the kind of humiliation that women are undergoing in our country, the kind of emptiness they feel, the kind of numbness they feel? I mean, you cannot make fine. Maybe it was taken out of context. Maybe he thought he was joking about it, but joke about it in a different analogy. You cannot use rape as an analogy to physical pain. I am telling you, as a woman of India, like 99% of the women in India, I have also been sexually molested, especially as a teenager. And I am telling you, something as simple as a stranger putting his hand on your body affects you so badly, Rahul, that till today, 20 years later, I still sometimes tremor in shock at the kind of, the men touching you and doing all of that. Now you multiply that by 10 times.
Okay.
You multiply that by 1,000 times.
Let
10
Madhu
men pinning
Kishore
down
respond
a
to
girl
that,
and
because
sexually assaulting her,
you can't take what a ordinary person says or some other person says and link that with Salman Khan, because when Bhaijan Salman Khan, with a huge following he has all across the country, cutting across age divides, says something like this, young people think, okay, this is cool. It's cool to say, oh, I got raped.
Exactly.
That's not okay. Salman Khan, especially while speaking to the media, needs to realize he's a 50-year-old man. He needs to set the right example. He can't be talking casually. This is not a bar conversation. This is an interview. He knows he's being recorded. Even in private, I have a problem with this. But in public, this is totally unacceptable, Madhu Kishore.
I'm sorry, Rahul. If you hear the whole thing, it's so humane. I saw it, I heard it very differently. This whole business of dying to take offense and starting this breastbeating, I don't think this is real defense of women's rights. This is not how you protect women from rape. What he's describing is a very humane situation, and a very
No, but you could have used another metaphor. Surely there are other ways of using this. There are other ways of describing what he went through instead of using rape as such a casual metaphor for fatigue.
I'm sorry, it's not casual. He's not describing a casual situation. He's describing a life-threatening situation that many of these actors go through. It's as much life-threatening. I'm sorry, all those He-Man superhero roles that these guys have to play are very life-threatening. He's telling you honestly how vulnerable you feel when this happens. You can barely walk, and yet you are expected to come and perform and be the macho man.
I don't agree in the least, Madhu Kishore, with what you're saying. You're making it seem as if it's okay. Surely, first and foremost, the kind of physique.
I don't care whether you agree or not.
Fair enough. The kind of physique he built for this film is something that surely reflects that a lot of effort went into it. But my point, Meghna, to Madhu Kishore and anybody else defending Salman Khan is that there are other ways you could have described the kind of effort that went in. How vulnerable you felt, how much pain you had to go through. You don't have to link that to rape. That is not okay.
Why?
How do you... Why not, she's asking. How do you respond?
How can you stop me? Even I would do it. Can you stop me? Can you censor me? Are you going to be my censor all the time? I would also use an analogy like that. Even for mental rape, women use it all the time. Are you going to censor me all the time?
To disagree,
who the hell
not
are you as the guardian self-appointed?
Okay, let's hear from Meghna.
I mean, chodo yaar, political
Ma'am, if we don't act as self-appointed moralists, who are going to act? Who's going to act for us?
Making a mountain out of a molehill.
Man, this is absolutely not making a mountain out of a molehill. I think, in fact, we need to
one by one. I don't want both our guests speaking at the same time. I'm sorry. Just one second. Allow me to moderate this debate. I don't want both our guests speaking at the same time. Madhu Kishore has had a say. Let Meghna respond.
Very frankly, first of all, Rahul, like I said, he is disrespecting women by using, you do not need to use a rape analogy and compare it to a workout. Come on. From what stretch of imagination is that justified? Second of all, like you said, he's a role model for millions of men and women. You cannot make statements like that and then not even issue an apology. These people are going to imitate your language. They're going to imitate your actions. If you're pegged as a role model for our country, you are going to have to act responsibly.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what? In a way, I blame our nation for this.
There are millions of young people who follow every single action. From the way he dances, to the way he talks, to the way he moves, his actions are imitated by millions of youngsters, Madhu Kishore, and this is not okay. Salman Khan has to be held to a higher level of accountability.
Rahul,
for the simple...
it's okay with me. It's not okay with you.
He must say sorry. Do you think Meghna...
It's okay with me.
Okay, it may be okay with you, but it's not okay with a lot of people. There are lots of people. What should we say sorry for? If we are not hounding him, we're asking an appropriate question. That question needs to be asked. And not just Salman Khan, men per se need to understand they cannot use rape as casual metaphors. This misogynist mindset passed down generations needs to change, and the time to change that is now. I'm receiving word that moments before now, Salman Khan's brother Arbaaz Khan has spoken to our correspondent in Mumbai. Let's listen to what Arbaaz is saying on this entire controversy. says Salman Khan's intention is not incorrect. It's controversial to be over-sensitive. He says Salman's comment, Arbaaz Khan believes, has been taken out of context. His brother Arbaaz Khan coming to Salman Khan's defense, saying his intention isn't wrong. He also says that Salman Khan is very sensitive. He said this from a good space. I want final words from Meghna Pant on whether Salman needs to apologize, because Madhu Kishwar is saying he needn't apologize. Do you believe if Salman comes out and apologizes, that puts an end to this controversy? Is Salim Khan's apology enough in your view, Meghna?
Hang him, no?
Absolutely not, Rahul. I don't think a simple apology will suffice. I think Salman Khan needs to take it a step further and take affirmative action to show that he really cares for women. He has to start getting involved. I'm only suggesting these two things because words are merely not enough anymore. I think action needs to be taken. We need to, as a society, stop granting impunity to our role models who make trivializing statements and misogynistic statements against women. So I'm asking Salman Khan, I don't want your apology. It means absolutely nothing. I want you to contribute a little bit of your time and money to NGOs that are working with rape victims, that are providing them legal and medical counsel. There are many, many people doing a lot of good work. And you know what? I want you to work as somebody who's almost like the sort of god of Bollywood. The way we have statutory warning for smoking in movies, the way we have statutory warning for abusive language, I want statutory warnings for any scenes in Bollywood movies which show women with, being molested or being raped. There should be something like, catcalling will is injurious to your mental health. There have to be warnings like that, and people like Salman Khan should take responsibility and spearhead such movements instead trivializing women. And it's just about time that we stop granting impunity as a society to our role models and letting them make statements. Otherwise, we should seek new role models. There's so many people.
From Meghna Pant, I'm out of time. Madhu Kishwar, final comments from you before I move to part B.
I think all you guys who are hyperventilating need psychiatric help.
Really?
Not he.
Really?
He has done nothing wrong. And the way you are yes, I'm saying that. You really don't overdo, because this hyperventilation over nothing. It's a very, very apt analogy he gave. I don't see anything wrong with it. And if this is how you're going to censor people, why didn't you censor Urta Punjab with its 1,000 abuses? Why don't you let the government censor pornography? You remember when the government tried to censor porno sites, you guys all rose in revolt to say this is Mai Baap Sarkar trying to play moral policing.
No,
you want
okay.
to be moral policing him?
Ma'am, those are
for
completely
such a harmless
different
statement?
things.
You can't compare what a censor board does or doesn't do with the comments made by a superstar. You've heard from Madhu Kishwar. I don't wish to take sides on this debate. We leave it to our viewers to decide what they think. But the reality is that Salman Khan, ma'am, there are times when you need to take a position. And tonight is one such occasion. Salman Khan cannot use rape as such a casual metaphor and think it's okay. If it rolled off his tongue all wrong, it's possible that he could have ended up saying this inadvertently without meaning to, in which case he should have just come out and immediately said sorry, the matter would have rested. The fact is, the whole day is past. He hasn't felt the need so far to say sorry. It can roll off your tongue wrong, but then say sorry, he hasn't done either. Given the position he holds, that is a problem. Madhu Kishwar, let's agree to disagree. I'm going to end this tonight. Thank you very much, Meghna Pant and Madhu Kishwar, for joining us. Arbaaz Khan's comment is now ready. Let's listen to what Arbaaz Khan said.
मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूं कि not every question or not every incident that happens with Salman, I am supposed to be answerable to that first and foremost. मतलब सलमान शादी कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, सलमान की गर्लफ्रेंड कौन है, सलमान क्या बोलता है. सलमान एक 50 साल का आदमी है जो अपने हिसाब से जो बोलता है, मीडिया को बोलता है, अपनी जिंदगी जैसे जीता है. मुझसे ये भी पूछा गया कि आपको पता है सलमान का, मैंने बोला मैंने सलमान पे GPRS नहीं लगा रखा है कि वो कहाँ है, किधर है, किसके साथ बैठा है. अच्छा आपने नहीं देखा क्या हुआ? मैंने बोला नहीं मैंने नहीं देखा. आपने नहीं सुना क्या हुआ? मैंने बोला नहीं मैंने नहीं सुना. तो ऐसा होता है कि आई डोंट नो, आई कुडंट कमेंट टिल आई हर्ड व्हाट ही हैड सेड, जो मैंने शाम को सुना. अब कुछ चीजें होती हैं कि हम बातों में बोल देते हैं, उसका हम इंटेंशन देखना चाहिए कि वो इंटेंशन क्या था. मुझे डेफिनेटली कोई डाउट नहीं है कि सलमान ने जो कहा उसके अंदर इंटेंशन बुरा नहीं था. इट वॉज जस्ट अ काइंड ऑफ, जो अपन किसी चीज को कंपेयर करते हैं या हमको बोलते हैं ना कि मेरे सर के ऊपर पहाड़ जैसा होता है, या कोई मैं गधे की तरह मैंने काम किया, आप बोलो अरे अभी गधा वर्ड यूज किया आपने, तो कोई एनिमल एक्टिविस्ट आपके पीछे पड़ जाए. तो कभी कभी आप कुछ चीजें आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट बोलते हैं, आपका मतलब बुरा नहीं होता, लेकिन अगर आप उसको डिसेंसिटाइज करो या आप आप उसके ऊपर ओवर सेंसिटिव हो जाओ, तो फिर आप किसी भी चीज के ऊपर एक विवाद या एक बवाल क्रिएट कर सकते हो. आई एम श्योर सलमान मस्ट हैव रियलाइज कि जो कंपैरिजन जो उन्होंने किया है वाज नॉट मे बी अप्रोप्रिएट, एंड फॉर दैट इफ ही फील्स द नीड टू अपोलोजाइज, he will apologize or not apologize. Why are you asking me a question whether he should or not? I don't think it's fair. मेरा ओपिनियन, मैं बोलूं हाँ उनको अपोलोजाइज करना चाहिए, या मैं बोलूं कि नहीं करना चाहिए. आई डोंट थिंक इट इज फेयर. आई थिंक इट इज हिज इश्यू. आपको अगर मौका मिले उनसे पूछने का तो आप पूछिए उनसे, बट आई शुड नॉट बी सेइंग कि नहीं करना चाहिए, बिकॉज मेरा जो भी ओपिनियन है, शायद मुझे लगता है कि आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट कोई चीज बोली है, एंड अगर गलती से अगर उन्होंने बोला तो मे बी ही शुड probably give a justification. But I don't think I am entitled to make a comment and say that he has to apologize. I would hope that he gives a clarification for whatever, because controversy हो गई है तो उसका एक बनता है कि एक जवाब देना बनता है, क्योंकि ये people look up to him. He has got a lot of following and he's like a youth icon and whatever. So if he's made a statement that does not look very appropriate या कान को अच्छा नहीं लगा है, तो शायद आई थिंक इन टाइम ही विल गिव अ स्टेटमेंट.
बट अरबाज, सलीम साहब ने इस पे माफी मांगी है सलमान की बिहाफ.